And we're back on the Mountain Morning Show. We're going to talk with People's Health Clinic and Dr. Ray Thomas here in just 1 second. But before we do so, we have to answer a question that I'm hoping most of you knew, but you never know. The question today is, in the 70s, who put a message in a bottle? Is it the Police, Tom Hanks, or the Monkees? We're going to play the song for you right now. Did that answer it? There it is. It is the Police. Message in a Bottle, one of the all-time great songs. I bet you most of you out there knew the answer to this question. So, did you know that answer, Dr. Thomas?
No.
Dr. Thomas. That's actually one of their few songs I know.
Okay.
Well, at least that I know by name and know enough that I can sing it. Well, Dr. Ray Thomas is in studio with me right now. He is one of the medical physicians that is over at the People's Health Clinic, and he is among many great, that we have interviewed. We've talked with a lot of you guys, and you guys are just always so welcoming and so fun to have in studio. And he's not a scary doctor, so he can show you, when you go in, even if you're an adult, you may get a little beanie baby. If you're scared, we'll give you one of these if it's going to make you feel better. No, those are actually for the kids. You used to be a pediatrician.
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about your history.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to come today. I enjoy going to the People's Health Clinic. I'm a pediatrician. I practiced in Holiday, which is the southeast part of Salt Lake City, for over 37 years.
Wow.
Had some wonderful friends there. I was pediatrician for the children of many of the jazz players, John Stockton, Carl Malone, Thurl
Gosh, you're
Bailey.
taking us back,
so I got
John
to know
Stockton.
them well, and Senator Orrin Hatch, well, his children. So I loved being in practice there. And then I retired about 6 years ago. Since that time, I've had a chance to do a little bit of medical service and church service in the Philippines, in Jerusalem, and recently with the Catholic Church that my son is a residency with back east, went to Peru for a month and practiced medicine. So I enjoy it, and I still, even though I'm retired, enjoy going up to the People's Health Clinic, and they have a great clinic up there, and people are getting acquainted with it. Enjoy it very, very much.
Let's talk about the difference between the People's Health Clinic and, say, like the University of Utah Health Center. We don't even need to point names at that specific one, but tell our viewers the difference in case they're wondering what the clinic is.
Well, first of all, the People's Health Clinic is for people who have no insurance and cannot afford medical care. And so the doctors that go there do it for service and for free, and we encourage people to get acquainted with it. It is right just on the periphery over by the hospital of Park City, and it is a wonderful little clinic. They do good service there. I particularly enjoy pediatrics because that's my specialty, so I get to see the younger people. Well, and that's what's fun. That's why I have my props here. One of the things they furnish, if some of the children that come as patients are afraid of a doctor, they don't like to have a stethoscope.
You don't seem like a very scary doctor, though.
Well, I try
know
not to
doctors
be.
in general, they can scare me still. If you handed me the little beanie baby, I'd probably do a little bit better.
Do. If they get scared of me, I say,
I like the swan.
Okay, hold on.
I do like the swan.
And the same way with other things. They always are afraid when I take this out and say, he's going to look in my ears, Well, in pediatrics, we try to make it friendly. So I say, are there any monkeys in your ears? And we look in there, and they say, monkeys? You have to do it in pediatrics, and that's what I like. I love working with young people and trying to make it friendly so that they know that we're not to scare them. And they have some wonderful aspects of the clinic there. One of the projects that they're doing right now is to come up with reading, and they're going to start furnishing a free book for a mother and a child under 6 to encourage the mother to read to the child or the child to learn how to read, because we find that many of the children are not learning how to read by the time they get into school. Really? So little problems like projects like that come up are very, very helpful for the clinic and make it friendly, and that's what we want them to know. We encourage them, if they're qualified for this kind of medical care where they don't have to pay for it, come up there and let us get acquainted, and we hope to be able to help them out with their health, with their progress, with checkups for school if they need it. And so it's a great clinic, and we enjoy. I have met some wonderful patients there, get to know them well, and make friends with them.
How different is it working when you were actually being paid as a doctor down in Salt Lake City to doing it up at the People's Health Clinic when it is voluntary and it's on your own time and you're donating your services to other people?
I just found out about it. It was advertised. I think it came in through a church program that said we need doctors in Park City. So I had spare time now. I do a little bit of traveling. I also teach at a high school for mothers. Young women that have babies that cannot graduate otherwise, that want to bring their babies to school. And so they have a special school. I go down there and I round their babies for health reasons and also teach physiology. So I get a little chance of service there because I have enough time now that I'm retired, and I don't mind it at all, not having to charge people. I think people's health should be not dependent on whether or not they can afford it.
I can't believe how much you've done. I feel like we need, a full another hour to talk to you. I mean, you've been around the world helping, and you've done this in Park City, 37 years in Salt Lake City, which we're very grateful to have you up here in Park City. I know that People's Health Clinic, just had a huge renovation. And how did everything go with the Park City Food and Wine Fest benefiting the people's health? Have you heard? I mean, I haven't heard the actual numbers of how much it's benefited, but I'm excited to hear.
I hope a lot, and some afternoons they don't have as many patients as I could actually see, so there's room for more to come. But the clinic is very well done, and it is right next to the Summit County Health Clinic where they do checkups, and they sometimes will send those children to me for checkups and immunizations, just general health. It's really a very fine clinic, and like I say, it's right next to that new hospital that's built up there, and so it's easy to find, easy to get there, and I would hope that people feel very comfortable at coming and knowing that they are our friends, our patients, and we're anxious to help them in all regards.
And if people aren't insured, we want them to not be, scared off at the fact that they still can get medical help. Absolutely. And they can go to the People's Health Clinic, whether it's for their kids or for themselves, and they can go over there, find out if they qualify, and then you, among many other doctors, are over there to help them with their different needs. I mean, we've had a little bit of everything, in here, from this doctor to that doctor to, you're going to get everything taken care of at the People's Health Clinic. So, do you know the website that they can go to look at the People's Health Clinic?
I don't have that. I'm not sure.
It's do you know what? We can pop it up.
People's Health Clinic.
It's just peopleshealthclinic.org.
That's right.
We got it.
Peopleshealthclinic.org.
You can go to that website.
Yes.
Peopleshealthclinic.org is where you go, find out more information, see what they offer. A fantastic clinic. Again, they're on our show every 2 weeks, a different doctor to let you know what's going on and what services you can actually benefit from. So, Dr. Thomas, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
It was a joy to talk to you. All right, coming up next, we're going to tell you what's going on in Park City. There's a lot going on, so we'll be back right after this.